What's going on, guys? My name is Omega and welcome back to another Apex Legends video. So today we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. In this video, I'm going to be going over some original Rampart and Revenant concept art that you guys have probably never seen before, and these legends might have turned out a lot different if the concept art, actually became the real legend. We're also going to talk about an Easter egg for Apex Legends found in Hyperscape, which is kind of weird. Also going to be going over the rest of the events coming in the September soiree, as well as the patch that went out yesterday. Going to be going over what that actually was about. And then finally, we have some news about crossplay getting potentially pushed back again, as well as Bangalore's heirloom that might have been changed in the game files. So let's get right into the beginning of this video. I first want to show you guys the original concept art for Rampart. So this was originally posted by a guy named Heath over on Twitter. It looks like he's a designer that did some concept art for Apex Legends, and this looks to be what Rampart was originally supposed to be. Rampart was either going to be this old bearded man or this Mervin type robot thing. So it's interesting to see, original concept arts and how far the legend can actually change, from these designs. And obviously Rampart looks nothing like any of these sketches, so this is definitely really cool to see, but maybe not as crazy as what Revenant's original concept was supposed to be. So this was posted by Moipara over on Twitter. He's one of the designers for Apex Legends, and Revenant apparently had a completely different animation for his passive that basically allowed him to look like the crab from Monsters Inc. I think that guy's name was Mr. Waternoose, but this is a very creepy concept for Revenant's passive. It would have basically allowed him to walk like a crab whenever he was crouching, and I kind of like that a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, if Revenant grew 2 more legs during that passive, that would be really creepy, and I would have loved to actually seen that added into the game. Next up is the Easter egg that was actually found in Hyperscape. So this was super random, man. Apparently on this one area of Hyperscape, there was a little piece of paper that had a note that just said Mozambique here. It was so random, and I've never seen a game just add an Easter egg for one of its biggest competitors, because obviously, Hyperscape is probably in like the top 5 of Battle Royales right now. I'd say Apex Legends is like number 3 behind Fortnite and Warzone, just in terms of popularity. Hyperscape, adding this little Easter egg into their game is kind of weird and kind of silly, and it definitely got a lot of attention over on Reddit once that was discovered yesterday. But moving on, we have the September soiree event, which, as you guys know, technically started the other day with Dummy's Big Day. We've had so many glitches in the past like 48 hours that the Apex game itself literally almost just broke. So I'm going to explain kind of what happened the past couple of days. So as you guys know, we originally started the September soiree event with Dummy's Big Day. Now, when Dummy's Big Day first launched, it was only available for a couple hours before Respawn took it down. Now, the reason they took it down is because if you AFK picked a dummy in this game mode, it would basically immediately crash the entire server. So no matter if it was on your team or if someone else was in the game that, picked a character, if someone in the game didn't pick a dummy and just let an AFK pick for them, the server would basically crash. So Respawn took down the event, switched some things up, released a patch, and now we have a completely new game mode right now, and obviously that's Kings Canyon After Dark. And according to Shrugdle, the rest of the game modes after this rotation is going to be Armed and Dangerous, followed by Dummy's Big Day, and then finally at the end we're going to have Live, Die, Live. So these are the game modes that we're going to be getting for the rest of September. And real quick, I just want to go over the patch notes that Apex released just the other day. These were a lot of glitches that were apparently fixed that I've talked about in many videos. In this patch, Respawn basically made improvements to the reconnect feature. They changed it so that race portals don't disappear if they're placed in certain areas. Knockdown shields are now fixed, apparently. I definitely want to hear from you guys if you've still experienced the knockdown glitch in games. They also improved the ring logic, which basically improves where the ring actually closes in and doesn't like end the game in like a really weird part of the map. So we got a few, big good changes. If you look at the Apex Legends Trello board, which is like their official glitch tracker, you can see that the only glitch that they're still investigating is that weird thermite sound that randomly appears throughout the game. But I'm pretty sure there are more glitches in the game right now. Apex just is not aware of that, so I'll be sure to keep you guys updated in the future when those get added to the Trello board. Alright guys, but now let's talk about crossplay and the aftermarket event, because there's been a lot of changes in the past couple of days, and I want to explain to you guys what's basically going to be happening after the September soiree event. So as you guys know, originally we thought the aftermarket event, which was supposed to come with Caustic's heirloom, was going to be dropping on September 15th. From the code in the game files, that's the date that it suggested it was going to come out, but now we have the September soiree event, which according to Shrugtool is an event that was added basically just to cover delays delays in the game. We know back from Season 5, ever since this pandemic started, there have been so many delays in Apex Legends. So Aftermarket as well as Crossplay was originally supposed to come out on September 15th, but now it looks like it's not going to come out until October 6th. So right now we're kind of in this phase where things are still in a delay and we're kind of just getting random game modes added just to make up for the fact that we're not getting any new content. In terms of what we're going to be getting though, next week with some new bundles and new skins coming to the store, we're going to have a bunch of bundles with skins from the Gran Serai event. So I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed that event. Some of those skins will be coming back in these bundles, but if you guys want to know what the actual bundles are, we're going to have a 100-pack bundle, a 20-pack bundle, a Legendary bundle, the Pathfinder bundle, the Gran Serai bundle, the Viceroy bundle, and then the Wattson bundle. So we got a bunch of different bundles coming out, probably starting around like next Tuesday, I think is when these bundles normally drop into the game. So that's definitely exciting that we're going to be getting some new skins, and I might have to open some more Apex packs, man, because these 100-pack bundles are usually only like 70 bucks. It's definitely good money for me, but I might even just save it for the Caustic Heirloom when that eventually comes out. But real quick, let's go over the Bangalore Heirloom, which has apparently been changed in the game files. So this originally all started with, as you guys know, a Caustic voice line got removed a couple days ago because Caustic was referring to Crypto as a gutter rat. And a few people on Twitter, reached out to Apex Legends and they said in Asian cultures, calling someone a rat is very offensive. So this was immediately taken out of the game, and a lot of people were confused why, gutter rat doesn't specifically translate into something offensive in Asian cultures. I actually had a lot of you guys who come from Asian families who have never heard, the word rat being assumed as a derogatory word. So it didn't really make sense to me that it was removed in the first place, after hearing all of those comments from you guys. But right after the Caustic voice line was removed, one of the YouTubers, Kev the King, made a video basically saying that Apex Legends could do the same thing to Bangalore's Heirloom, which, as you guys know, was leaked a couple months ago to be a tonfa, which is basically just a Japanese martial arts weapon, kind of similar to a police baton, but used in a little bit of a different way. A tonfa is definitely more of a deadly weapon and wouldn't ever be allowed to use, in a police force. But Kev basically made a video talking about how Apex could censor the Bangalore Heirloom just for that exact reason, because we have all of the, the stuff with police violence going on, especially in the United States. And it turns out that he was right. Just a couple days after his video went up, Bias12 made a tweet that the Bangalore Heirloom, at least in terms of its description, was changed from a tonfa to some kind of dagger type weapon. So it's definitely crazy that Respawn, went ahead with this change. It's not 100% confirmed that we're not going to get a tonfa, because they could just change the description of the heirloom and then revert it back once it's actually released. So we're not 100% sure, but after doing some research, I can definitely confirm that a tonfa is mainly just used in martial arts. It's something that is not usually associated with police. Police don't ever use tonfas, they use police batons, which is a completely different thing. So I'm very confused why this was removed in the first place. I did actually see what it looked like, and I don't have the image from the game files, but I'll show you guys an actual knife of what it kind of looked like. It was more of like this long curved dagger that is currently in the game files right now. Again, this doesn't mean that Bangalore's actually going to get that. She could still get the tonfa, but with everything that happened with Caustic, they're now censoring a lot of the voice lines, as well as now it looks like the heirlooms in the game. It looks like this change could become official, and we might be getting a completely different heirloom from Bangalore than we originally anticipated. But that basically concludes all of the news for today's video. I know this was a lot to cover, but I just wanted to clear some things up for you guys. The things that I talk about that come from the game files, they are always subject to change. These things could be added into the code for one reason and then taken out for a completely different other reason. So, just because they are found in the game files doesn't mean it's 100% true, but it does kind of give us a direction of where the game is going to be going in the future. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.